This is my forever world. It's over 3,000 Minecraft days old, and it's the longest running survival world I have ever played in. And this is the closest mycelium biome to spawn, which I have recently converted into an industrial island powered by minecarts. And in today's video we are putting the final touches on this island to call the project complete. So here we are on the industrial island, and as you can see the minecarts are still working away in the background. This project is amazing. It's generating so much stuff for us here in the world. We've got the giant cactus farm there, the tree farm over there, the cake factory here, the moss farm right here, and the sugarcane farm here, and our storage system is actually starting to fill up. So I put in some storage silo things to indicate sort of how full up the chests are, and one of them is finally full. One of the double chests, this one here, the light has come on because this chest is filled with sugarcane. There we go, look at that. All of that sugarcane has been harvested in the time we have been on the island. This island is doing amazing work, but there are still a few small things that I want to change to call this project completely complete. And the first of these small changes that I want to make is to add some pathways going between the buildings. So obviously we've got the minecart tracks at the moment, which means the minecarts can travel from each building to the storage system, but walking around just on the open mycelium is kind of weird, and the island looks a little bit incomplete without pathways linking up everything. So we're gonna go and put in some simple 3 wide pathways all around the island, linking the cake factory and the moss farm and just all of the buildings on this island. So that does mean using our nether highway here to go to our giant storage pyramid, which is out this way, to gather a few materials for the road. It's going to be pretty simple. We're going to be doing stone bricks, and andesite. So if we go through this portal here we are in the giant storage pyramid. Right, I'm going to go grab a shulker box. I've got a load of empty shulker boxes in this chest here, which have been unloaded by the giant sorter. So I'm going to grab some stone. Oh, we have not got too much stone left. I thought I had more than that. Okay, we've got another stack in there. We'll grab some stone. We'll also grab some andesite. We've got a bit of that left. That's good. I'll just take all of this. Very nice. And then finally, we will grab the stone bricks, which I'm pretty sure I've got a ton of. Okay, yeah, quite a lot. I'd also like to add some cracked stone bricks into the build. So we're going to smelt a few stone bricks. Maybe 3 stacks of stone bricks can become cracked stone bricks for our pathway. Okay, we've got everything we need now in this box to build our roads, so let's head back to the mycelium island and get it done. Every time I go down these roads, I try and spam the buttons. It's so fun. So satisfying. Anyway, let's get to the mycelium island. Okay, I'm going to go around and just map out where I want these roads to go. This interior is also another thing we need to get onto today. There is no interior to this building at the moment, but that is a project for a little bit later in the video. For now, I'm just going to go around and map out where our pathways are going to go. So they're all going to be 3 wide, and they are going to connect every single building on the island. So I'll get this mapped out right now. Okay, I have now dug out the paths all around the island. As you can see, the island is looking pretty bad right now. We're going to go fill these paths in with stone right now. We have got roads absolutely everywhere around the island now, and this looks so much better. I love having just something to walk on. It really ties the whole island together. It looks like it's all a connected thing, a bit more than just like loads of individual builds just scattered around each other. And the design for this path is pretty simple. Yeah, it's just stone bricks, andesite, stone, and a few cracked stone paths, but I think it goes together really nicely. It all kind of blurs into one, but gives it a bit of texture as well at the same time. And the 3 wide paths work pretty well, although there is a mycelium block left here. Let's just put that there and leave our door. Yep, the 3 wide paths worked pretty well. They linked up to most of the buildings. This area here was a bit awkward because this structure is too wide, so the 3 wide path doesn't quite fit in, but it's not too noticeable, and when I'm flying around it's just gonna kind of blur into one, so that's fine. So now that we've got our paths in place, we can move on to the next thing we need to work on here on the island, and that is a few more smokestacks coming out of our buildings. So from the air, you can see the cake factory's got some smokestacks. There is supposed to be some coming out of the tree farm, but you can't really see them because they they're not big enough. And also the same with the cactus farm. You've got a little one here, but I really want to extend these things to make them a lot bigger and make the whole place look a lot more industrial. So that means we're going to have to go craft a bunch of campfires and also a bunch of hay bales, because campfires under hay bales, for some reason the smoke goes like 4 times as high. So we're going to get that put into the buildings. So I've crafted up a ton of campfires. We've got 2 stacks and 48. That'll be more than enough. But we also need some hay bales, which means I need to do something that I very rarely do here in the world, and that is to harvest our wheat fields over here. Wheat fields are such a good building hack. They look so good when they're fully grown, and they can just cover such a big area. Unfortunately, when you harvest them, they look pretty terrible for a while they're regrowing. So I actually basically never harvest this thing. But for the hay bales today, we're going to have to do that, and we're going to have to produce a little bit of an eyesore for a little bit here in the world. Although doing this is very satisfying. Well, the field is looking pretty disgusting, and I even ran out of wheat seeds because I didn't pick them all up because I was collecting the wheat. So I'll have to come back and finish planting that field at some point. But that is a problem for later. Right now, I need to craft up a bunch of these, and I've got a lot of wheat in my inventory. I should get at least a stack of hay bales out of this. Where is the nearest crafting table? Got everything in this village. I could never find a crafting table. Nope, none in here. There's got to be one in here, surely. There is. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, yeah. 2 stacks and 14 hay bales. Perfect. All right, let's go get some smokestacks firing on the industrial island. Also, we had a mushroom cow walk into the nether hub, and now this guy just comes back and forth with me every time. I'm not breaking this boat, so yeah, you nod along. You're going to be doing this for a very long time. Okay, so first of all, let's get the sugarcane farm with a much bigger smokestack. Yeah, I've only got the middle sort of 12 at the moment, so we're going to do, I think, the entire thing. We'll see how that looks. This might cause a ridiculous amount of lag, and I might have to change this, but let's see how it looks to start with. Okay, so I ended up going with a little pattern around the side, just so we have different height smokestacks towards the edge, and I thought that would look quite cool. And it's not just because I ran out of hay bales, I swear. It's also because I want to have, yeah, some of the smoke on the edges going not quite as high, so it looks like there's a bit of a pattern going on. But now we've got to get the campfires put down, and this is quite fun to do, actually. Well, all the campfires have now been put in on the sugarcane farm, and this thing looks a lot better. That is really cool. I actually really like the way the smoke is like less high on the sides, but you can still kind of see it's there. So it kind of like, it's like it's pointing up and towards the center, and yeah, that adds a lot. That smokestack before was way too small. This is looking a lot better now. Now we're going to move on to the dark oak farm, and this has already got a smokestack at the back, but none of these have got the hay bales in place. So yeah, you can't see these things at all. And I think I'm pretty happy with just the 8 campfires here. I think they look nice coming out of these little jutting out bits, but we do need to add the hay bales in. So, oh, I can't mine. I thought I could mine underneath these, but no, I can't. Okay, we've got our hay bales put in. Can I get this other one in somewhere? How do I do this? Right, there's the first one done. And it started raining, but thankfully that doesn't put out the campfires. That would be annoying. Right, let's go down into here, and I'm just going to get rid of these. These are annoying. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our 4 campfires, just like that. Perfect. Well, excuse the rain. It always seems to rain on this island, but we can see those smokestacks now, and that looks so much better. That adds so much to this build. It makes it look a lot more alive. But now we do have to do something else to this build, and that is to actually give it an interior. This is the tree farm, and it is the most insane redstone I've ever done, I think. But yeah, this interior is not the one, so we're gonna have to clean this up a bit. So whilst this might be an absolutely massive building, we don't actually need to build that big of an interior. The upstairs bit is basically doing nothing. That's basically just for show. There's essentially 3 things we need to be able to access in this room or in this building. One of which is this lever here, which starts the farm. And then the other is round this side. We need to reach these chests here because they have all the stuff in. So do these chests here. And then finally, we need to get up into this minecart because this is where we work the farm from. So the interior to this place shouldn't be too bad to build. I'm just going to get on with it and show you guys when it's done. Okay, so the tree farm now has an interior. And we've got a cow poking its head through some trapdoors. That was not meant to be part of it. But anyway, let's have a look inside. I'm sorry, this guy's just trapped here, I guess, now. But yeah, we've got this little wall as we head in because there's a lot of redstone behind there that needs hiding. And then we can come around to the right here and we've got our switch to turn on the farm, which I'm not going to do now because I haven't got any saplings to use it. But then we can come around the other side here and we've got our little collection area. This was a bit awkward to build around. I didn't want to break any of the redstone, so you can still see through a little bit. But yeah, this is pretty good. And we've got our storage all here. There are one last thing I need to add, which is 2 glass blocks here, so we can still see the minecart coming in and collecting our stuff any second now. It should pop up. Okay, here it comes. I was waiting for a while and it didn't turn up. I was worried it got stuck somewhere, but nope. It's still working and we should be able to see it come underneath here, pick up some stuff, and then head back off towards the storage system. So I'm pretty sure this interior hasn't broken the farm, but I do feel like I should test it just to make sure. And I'm actually going to test it using some pale oak. I've run this farm for quite a long time using dark oak and it works perfectly. So I figured we could test it with pale oak. I also need a lot of pale oak saplings for another project, so we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. So I'm going to go grab some pale oak saplings right now. So we have gathered up just over a stack of pale oak saplings and we are ready to test it in the farm here. But there are a few things I need to do just before we can do that. Firstly, I need to change, there's a little item filter. Where is it? Just in the farm here. Oh my goodness, this thing is so confusing. Okay, that hopper there, I think. Yep, we need to swap out the dark oak for a pale oak sapling. And we also need to come into the dispensers underneath here, or the droppers, sorry. Take out all of the dark oak. Okay, that's all gone. Right, this should be ready to go with pale oak saplings now. Okay, so fingers crossed this thing still works. Right, I'm going to start the machine and run. Okay, we need to go sit in the minecart and hold down, right click, planting these saplings. Okay, so the farm definitely still works. This thing, it generates an absolutely obscene amount of wood. This is in absolutely no time at all. Unfortunately, it does seem like we've gone net negative on the saplings. We've only got 37 pale oak saplings left. And how many in the dropper here? We've got, yeah, just 5 in the dropper here. So I think we started off with a stack and we've now got 42. Maybe we just got unlucky, or maybe, I'm not sure. This probably isn't the best farm for generating saplings. But either way, good to see that the farm is still working. And that minecart should be now carrying off a bunch of pale wood over to our storage system over there. So now that we've got all of our building exteriors and interiors built, it's time to clear up the island a little bit. And I think the easiest way for me to do that is for me to use one of these incredibly fast donkeys that I have bred up. So I'm just going to grab a saddle off of one of these guys. Because the donkeys can hold the chests, they are like super useful for clearing up areas. And these guys are as fast as donkeys can be. So let's just whack a saddle on this guy, jump over the fence, and we will ride him off through our nether tunnel into the mushroom island. These guys are so quick. We're about to get the speed boost as well any second now. There we go. Yeah, this is about as fast. I think this is as fast as a donkey can go. It's super fun to ride around. This guy's a pretty terrible jumper, but that's fine. We just need him to collect up a bunch of shulker boxes. And you also go through nether portals instantly when you're on a donkey, which is fun. Okay, I'm assuming the soul sand, yeah, that slows him down, but we can run on these tracks here. It's almost as quick as the boat, not quite as fast. I'm not sure if spam jumping on the ice is quicker. I don't think it is. I think it's quicker just to ride on the center where there's no soul sand. Yeah, this is definitely the quickest way. So we're going to stop off real quick at the pyramid just to grab some empty shulker boxes to help us clear up. We've got a load of them in this box here, so we'll take just 2 of them. That'll be enough. Yep, okay. Come on then, donkey. Let's head off to the industrial island. Okay, so here we are on the island on our donkey, and the first thing we need to clear up are these chests here. These have been here since I built the cake factory, to be honest, and I just have left them. I've been too lazy about it, but let's get some shulker boxes out. I've got this one is pretty much full, I think, yeah, and this one as well is almost full. We're just gonna break these and move all this stuff into our chest. Oh my goodness, this is gonna cause so much lag in the world. Okay, that's all the shulker boxes full, and we didn't quite managed to gather up all the stuff. Let's take these shulker boxes off to the storage silo, and then we can come back and pick up the rest of this stuff. Man, there's so much junk on this island. But we can load our shulker boxes into the donkey, so we know the full ones are in the donkey. We'll go, there should be a few spaces in some of the shulker boxes in here. This is such a mess in here. As you see, yep, shulker boxes everywhere. 3 here, and then there's loads over the other side as well. Yeah, we got like 7 of them over here. But by far the worst part about using a donkey to transport stuff is they just wander off, especially when they're as fast as this one is. I don't know where the donkey's gone. I just heard it a second. Oh, there it is. Okay. I've just been looking around for it for ages, and I could not find it. Right, anyway, let's load up. These shulker boxes are all full up now, so we'll load them into our donkey. And then we got 2 more inside, which have got some space in. We should be able to pick up the last of the items from our double chest there. Assuming they haven't despawned yet, we'll have to be a bit quicker, actually. Thankfully, this donkey is pretty speedy. Right, let's go grab the last of the stuff. It's still there. Great, okay. Can we pick it up in one inventory? Almost, right. Let's fill up these shulker boxes. That one had 1 space in it. This one is completely empty, though, so that is great. Okay, now that we've got the island cleared up, I'm trying to map it because this has been something I've wanted to do since the very start of the project. I absolutely love mapping projects, and especially when it's a little contained island like this. This is going to look so nice on some maps. So I'm starting off with just regular size maps, and then we're going to do one zoomed out one to get the entire island into just a single map. But I think this should fit onto 4 maps. I do need to fill this one out though, so I might have to glide around a little bit. I've still got rockets. Okay, good. Oh, I accidentally made the same map twice. That's not good. Okay, let's just lay it out on the wall here for now, just so we can see how this looks. Okay, so the 4 wide map, that looks great, and it just about fits on to the top map as well, which is amazing. It looks so like perfect. I do need to fill out this map though. We're going to take this back to the kingdom, I think, so we've got a little reminder of what's out in the world, even when we're back at spawn, because this place is pretty far out. There we go. Okay, that looks amazing. Right, let's try and do one big map now. So I've got this one that I made by accident, but we might even be able to convert it into a slightly like zoomed out map. So I think if we complete the map and then we take it to a crafting table, if we surround it by paper, I'm pretty sure that like zooms it out. Let's have a look. Okay, map goes in there, paper goes around it. That gives us, yep, that one. Does that fit the island on? It seems like we're in the corner of one of the big maps. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get a zoomed out map of the island, but that's okay. Okay, let's pack up these 4 maps and take them back to the kingdom. Although I've lost the donkey again. It's got so much stuff on it. I really don't want to lose that donkey. It's got like 12 shulker boxes or something like that full in its inventory. And it's wandered off somewhere. And unfortunately, it's incredibly quick, so it can wander pretty far in no time at all. There it is. Okay, let's take this donkey. We're going to dump all of these shulker boxes off in the pyramid. That is a great thing about the storage system we have here in the world. We can literally just leave them in the storage system to get sorted all by themselves, and we don't have to do anything. This donkey has seen the world like no other donkey has seen it. This has traveled such a far distance from spawn. Okay, let's take our shulker boxes out of our donkey. Just like this. Oh my goodness, there are so many. Sorry, donkey, you're going to have to carry a bed and some stone. And then we can just dump them all in here and let the sorting system do its thing. There we go. Okay, let's head off. Oh, he's wandered off again. Let's head back to the kingdom now. Okay, so now we just need to find a good place to leave our map. So I've got a map of the actual kingdom itself in here, which I think looks really great on the wall. But we haven't really got much room in here. I suppose I could put it on the wall here, but I think it would be nice to have it in a different building. So I think we're actually going to fly to the other side of town, into the sort of uptown part of the kingdom, and leave it in one of the buildings in here, because I actually very rarely come to these buildings. So it will be nice to have a reason to come in here. And I think this part here is maybe the perfect place for it. So if we put our 4 item frames down here, and there we have our map of the industrial island over here in the kingdom. Man, I really love the way this project has worked out. The paths actually add so much, and the network of rails on these looks so cool. It looks like a little circuit board or something. That's amazing. And working on this project has been so fun. I really hope you've enjoyed watching it. I've really enjoyed playing it. But that is all I've got time for in today's episode, so thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please do feel free to leave a like and maybe even consider subscribing. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Goodbye!